You think you're free, don't you? You wake up, go to work, chase dreams, love, fight, and sleep. But what if I told you it's all a game of mirrors? What if the life you're living isn't real at all, but an illusion so perfect that you forgot you were dreaming it? You were born into a world that told you who you are before you even had the chance to ask. From the moment you opened your eyes, you were handed names, roles, beliefs, and fears, and like a loyal actor, you stepped onto the stage and started performing. You became what others expected you to be. You started chasing what others said was success. You began to live by rules written long before your soul even arrived here. And yet, deep within, there's a whisper, faint but persistent, that keeps saying, this isn't it. There's something more. That whisper is truth, trying to wake you up. Because whether you know it or not, you've been living inside an illusion built by your mind, maintained by your fears, and disguised as normal life. You think you're free because you can choose what to wear, where to go, or what to buy. But true freedom isn't about options, it's about awareness. You are not trapped by the world, you are trapped by the way you see it. The mind is a master illusionist. It paints the world in stories. It says, this is me, that is you. This is good, that is bad. And through these invisible labels, you divide reality into pieces. You start believing in separation, the biggest illusion of all. You think you are a small being moving through a massive universe, but in truth, the universe is moving through you. You are not living inside reality. You are reality experiencing itself as you think about it. Every time you look at something, you're not seeing it as it is. You're seeing it through the filters of your conditioning. When you meet someone, you don't see them. You see your judgments, your fears, your projections. The illusion is not out there. It's in here, within the mind that refuses to see what is and clings to what it believes. You are like a dreamer lost in their own dream, believing the monsters are real, the mountains are solid, and the rain will drown you. But the moment you wake up, everything that frightened you disappears. The walls were never there. They existed only in thought. And that's exactly what life is, a collective dream so convincing that you forgot you were the dreamer. We are conditioned from childhood to measure everything: success by money, love by attention, worth by validation. You spend your life trying to become someone, never realizing that the someone is just a mask. You are not the role you play. You are the consciousness behind the character. Yet you've been hypnotized by identity, believing you are the mask instead of the actor behind it. The illusion has trapped you by making you believe in your separateness. Look deeper. The illusion says happiness comes when you achieve, when you win, when someone loves you back. But happiness isn't something you earn. It's what remains when the illusion fades. You were born with it. You are it. The mind just buried it beneath layers of fear and comparison. The world sold you a story that you are not enough as you are, and you bought it without question. That's how the illusion feeds itself, by keeping you chasing things you already possess. You scroll, you compare, you compete, but have you noticed? The more you chase, the more disconnected you feel. The illusion promises fulfillment but delivers emptiness. It distracts you with noise, so you never hear the silence beneath it, the silence that whispers, wake up. You've been programmed to live for outcomes, but life is not happening in outcomes. It's happening now, and the illusion dies. The moment you return to now, the present moment, the only place reality truly exists. When you were a child, you saw the world as a miracle. You didn't need a reason to smile. You were alive, and that was enough. But as you grew, the illusion thickened. You were told to grow up, to be serious, to fit in. You stopped dancing for no reason, stopped staring at the stars, stopped listening to your inner voice. You traded truth for approval, and the cost of that trade was your freedom. But here's the truth. The illusion only has power when you believe it. The moment you start questioning what you've been told, the cage begins to crack. When you pause and look beyond your thoughts, you'll notice something profound. The thinker is not you. You are the awareness watching the thoughts come and go. You are the sky, not the clouds passing through it. The illusion is the storm, temporary, loud, chaotic, but you are the stillness behind it. You say you want peace, but peace was never gone. You say you want love, but love was never lost. You just got lost in the illusion of being separate. You thought you had to become worthy of what you already were. You thought you had to climb mountains to reach what was already inside you. That's how powerful the illusion is. It convinces you to search forever for what has been with you all along. When you begin to awaken, the world starts to look different. You stop seeing enemies and start seeing mirrors. The people who hurt you reveal the parts of you that need healing. The obstacles that frustrate you are tests from life, asking, will you wake up or keep dreaming? Every experience becomes sacred because it all points to one truth. You were never trapped by the world. You were trapped by your perception of it. And once you see that, something magical happens. The illusion loses its grip. You start to laugh more, not because life got easier, but because you understand the game. You no longer cling to control or outcomes, because you realize nothing was ever separate. The pain, the joy, the rise, the fall, it's all one movement, one cosmic dance. The illusion was never meant to punish you. It was meant to awaken you. Look at a wave in the ocean. It rises, falls, disappears. But did it ever stop being the ocean? Of course not. You are that wave. You may think you're separate, but you are still the ocean of consciousness expressing itself for a moment in time. The illusion makes you fear your fall, but even when you dissolve, you return to what you always were: infinite, eternal, whole. The illusion of self, the I you defend so fiercely, is just a bundle of memories and opinions. Strip them away, and what remains is pure awareness. That awareness cannot be broken, cannot be hurt, cannot die. It existed before your name and will exist long after. It is the same awareness, looking through every set of eyes on this planet. Once you see that, compassion blooms naturally, because you realize everyone is you in disguise, lost in the same illusion, trying to find their way home. Freedom doesn't come from escaping the illusion. It comes from seeing through it. You can't fight it, because fighting it means you still believe in it. The only way out is to wake up, to observe without judging, to act without attachment, to live without pretending. When you start living with awareness, the illusion crumbles like dust in your hands. You no longer chase love. You become love. You no longer search for meaning. You are meaning. You no longer seek validation. You move from your own truth. The illusion thrives on ignorance, but awareness starves it. Every time you pause, breathe, and return to the present, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. The secret is not to destroy the illusion, but to dance within it consciously. To know it's a dream, yet play beautifully anyway. To love deeply, but not cling. To achieve, but not identify. To experience fully, but not be consumed. When you live like that, the illusion becomes art, and you, the awakened artist, begin to create instead of react. You've always had the power to wake up. Every time your intuition whispered there's more, it was your higher self knocking at the door of your awareness. Don't ignore it anymore. Open it, step through it. The illusion ends the moment you dare to see beyond the surface. So, stop letting fear paint your world. Stop letting your mind tell you who you are. The illusion may be powerful, but awareness is infinite. You don't need to fight the darkness. Just turn on the light. See that you were never the prisoner, only the dreamer who forgot they were dreaming. When you finally awaken, you'll laugh, not in mockery, but in awe, because you'll realize that the illusion wasn't the enemy. It was your teacher. It wasn't meant to trap you forever. It was meant to help you remember that you were never trapped at all. And in that awakening, life becomes what it was always meant to be, not a prison, but a playground for consciousness to explore itself. Because now you know the truth. You were never lost. You were only dreaming you were. You are not living in the world. The world is living through you. Every sound you hear, every color you see, every breath you take is life itself expressing through your awareness. You are not a visitor in existence. You are existence unfolding. The trees breathe with you. The stars pulse in rhythm with your heart. You are not separate from the sky above or the ground beneath your feet. You are the mirror in which the universe sees itself. When you truly awaken to this, fear dissolves because there is nothing left to fear. The world is not against you. It is you, in disguise, teaching you who you are. Every experience, whether joy or pain, is your own consciousness speaking. You were never placed here. You are what here means. The greatest illusion is the belief that you are separate from everything else. You walk through life thinking you are a drop in the ocean, yet you are the ocean in a drop. Every barrier you see of race, belief, success, and identity is painted by the mind. The truth is, there is no other. What you love in another is what you've forgotten about yourself. What you hate in them is what you've refused to see within. The illusion thrives on division, feeding on your need to be special, to be apart. But awakening is realizing that no one stands outside your soul's reflection. The bird that sings, the stranger who smiles, the wave that breaks, all are movements of the same eternal breath. The illusion fades when you feel the pulse of oneness in everything. True freedom is not found in choices, but in awareness of who is choosing. We live chasing endless paths, this job or that, this person or another, never realizing the chooser remains unseen. You decorate the walls of your prison, mistaking motion for liberation. But freedom does not come from breaking boundaries. It comes from seeing they never existed. Awareness is the doorway that turns the maze into a mirror. The moment you watch your thoughts without becoming them, you step outside the game. The chooser and the choice merge into one timeless presence. In that silence, you no longer chase life, you dance with it. Freedom was never something to reach. It was the space that was always here, waiting for you to remember. You are the dreamer of your own dream, not the victim trapped inside it. The world appears solid, but it bends to the vibration of your inner state. Every circumstance, every coincidence, every stranger crossing your path is your dream echoing back to you. Yet most live as if they are being dreamed by something cruel and chaotic. The truth is, you hold the brush that paints your experience. The dream changes when the dreamer awakens. You don't escape the dream by fighting it, but by realizing it's yours to direct. Close your eyes and see beyond what your senses claim to be real. You are not lost in the dream. You are the one breathing it into existence. The story shifts the instant you remember your authorship. The more you chase what's outside, the further you drift from what's within. The world promises fulfillment through possessions, validation, and status. Yet every gain leaves an emptiness, because the seeker forgets the source. What you truly long for is not out there. It's the peace that waits when the chase stops. The illusion of the world thrives on your distraction. It whispers, just one more thing, and you obey, believing satisfaction is one step away. But you can't drink from a mirage. When you turn inward, the desert turns to ocean. You begin to see that everything external is only a reflection of your inner harmony. The treasure was never buried. It was always in your hands unseen, until the searching ceased. You are not your thoughts. You are the silence that watches them pass. The mind spins stories, weaving identities and fears that you mistake for truth. But beneath every thought is a stillness untouched by chaos. That stillness is you. You are the witness of the storm, not the storm itself. When anger arises, it's seen by you. When joy blooms, it's noticed by you. The watcher remains unchanged as clouds of emotion drift by. Learn to rest in that silence and watch the illusions fade. Your thoughts do not define you. Your awareness gives them meaning. In that realization, you no longer drown in the noise of the mind. You rise above it, vast, calm, infinite. The illusion loses power the moment you begin to question it. Most live hypnotized, repeating patterns without asking why? But the simple act of inquiry cracks the walls of the dream. Who am I? What is this me that fears, desires, and fights for control? The illusion feeds on unconsciousness, but awareness starves it. When you begin to see the lies you've inherited about success, worth, and separation, they start dissolving like shadows in light. Question everything, not with cynicism, but curiosity. Reality responds to an awakened mind. When the false falls away, what remains is truth, silent, bright, undeniable. The illusion ends not by force, but by understanding. Happiness is not something you find. It's what's left when the illusion fades. We chase happiness like a prize, yet it is not a destination, but our natural state. The world teaches us to earn it, to fight for it, to prove we deserve it. But joy cannot be possessed. It is uncovered. When the layers of should and must peel away, happiness stands quietly, waiting. It is in the stillness between breaths, in the simplicity of being. The illusion tricks you into thinking happiness is out there, but it was never missing. You only needed to stop running. What you seek is what you are, and when you know that, you smile for no reason at all. You were never lost. You were only asleep to your own infinite nature. The illusion of confusion and doubt is part of the awakening. You wander through fear and darkness, thinking you've fallen off the path, not realizing the path itself is you. Every mistake, every setback, every heartbreak is a gentle alarm clock from the universe. Life keeps nudging you toward remembrance. The moment you awaken, you see that you never moved. You were always at the center of your own being. The illusion of being lost dissolves, and all directions point inward. You are not broken. You are becoming aware of your wholeness. When you awaken, you realize life was never a prison. It was always a playground for your soul. You were never sent here to escape suffering, but to experience transformation. The illusion of limitation exists only to help you rediscover your power. You came here to create, to love, to learn, to play with the possibilities of being. Every challenge is not punishment, but invitation. Life is not a trap. It's a mirror game between the infinite and the finite. When you stop fighting the game, you begin to enjoy it. You start laughing at what once scared you. Freedom is not in escaping the world, but in dancing with it, fully awake, joyfully aware.